Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. Where on earth can she be? Tell me where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego. Where on earth can she be? Where on earth can she be? Lady Tower Lisa. Timbuktu, can you help us find it?
Oh, I love The Wizard of Oz. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. And talk about wizards, this guy, L. Frank Baum, was a wizard of words. He didn't write just one book about the land of Oz. No, Toto. He wrote 14 in all. Count 'em, M, 14. And I've read every... Ah!
Chief, will you get out of sight? We're supposed to be on a stakeout.
I know. We got a hot tip that Carmen might be after something here tonight. Still, I can't help. What are you doing?
It's my application for that new Acme instructor job.
In the Hong Kong branch? Ivy, why do you want that position?
Chief! Look, don't get me wrong. I love being an Acme agent. I just think I'd make a good instructor, too. Besides, even if I leave, you'll still have Glamour Boy.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Come in, Zack. Over.
Glamour? You call this glamour? I've got dry rot, termites. Huh? Oh, no. Shoo, Toto, shoo. Ugh. And I just figured out why the brick road is yellow.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Goodbye.
Oh, Code Red! Something's up! The Good Witch is cruising your way, Ivy. And she didn't do that in dress rehearsal.
Code Red, let's go, Chief!
Code red. Oh my, a red code.
Whoa!
Incoming!
Ivy, help! I can't get this thing off! Help!
No, hold that pose, Zack!
This is a trip down memory lane you're not taking with me, Ivy.
Let's ride.
I'll save you, Ivy! As soon as I can find you!
Left, Zack. Right. No, the other right. Go ahead, back up. Ah!
Whoa!
Yikes.
Whoa! Where'd she go?
Looks like this case is gonna take us somewhere over the rainbow, little bro.
Those famous ruby slippers took Dorothy home in the movie The Wizard of Oz. But the only place they're going to take you is to jail, Carmen.
Wrong, player. They'll take me exactly where I want to go.
Incoming email for Ivy. Email for Ivy. Follow the bouncing head. We received your application at Acme here in Hong Kong. We'd like you to interview with us if you want the job. Sorry, it doesn't scan very well.
Yes! Did you hear that, Zack? I got the interview. I could be moving to Hong Kong.
But Ivy, you can't.
Why not?
I mean, well, shoot. we're on a case. Carmen just stole the red shoes Judy Garland wore in the Wizard of Oz movie, and
Good thinking. I'll set the interview appointment after we bust Carmen for stealing those shoes. Then I'll be a shoo-in. A shoo-in, get it?
yeah, I get it.
Aw, why so glum, Zack baby? Don't think of it as losing a sister. Think of it as gaining a bathroom and a partner.
What?
I've been meaning to introduce you to our newest Acme agent.
Chief, he's precious.
Chief, he's a dog.
Oh, how wrong you are, Fleabath Breath. Lassie was a dog. Old Yeller was a dog.
But Stretch here is a clue-sniffing, crime-busting canine phenomenon.
Yeah, in his dreams.
Now he's just resting, conserving energy, planning his next move. But when the case heats up, he's a doggone doggy dynamo. Hear him hum. Ow, 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 ow. Hot tip coming through. Carmen's motorcycle henchman, Papa Wheelie and Ignition, just left this message from the Wizard of Oz high over Mount Rushmore.
There's no place like home.
Carmen is definitely on some kind of Wizard of Oz kick.
But what does it mean? No place like home.
Whoa, Ivy. Those presidents all shared the same home. The White House. That could be what Carmen's after. Player, C5 us to Washington.
Not so fast, Zap. George Washington never lived in the White House.
Huh?
Right you are, my Hong Kong-bound clue princess. Architect James Hoban didn't complete construction on the White House until after George Washington left office.
So maybe the clue has to do with only one of these presidents. But which one?
Zach, Mount Rushmore's a national park, and President Theodore Roosevelt is known for setting aside more national park land than any other president before him.
Yes, among his many achievements, our 26th president founded the U.S. Forest Service, adding over 150 million acres to our national forests.
Well, if Roosevelt is our man, where would he say is no place like home?
I was just getting to that, Bodinsky. His home is now a National Historic Site located on Long Island.
Then, player, C5 us out of here.
You're on the C5 Express from San Francisco to the largest island in the continental U.S., Long Island, New York. And you want to talk about your H2O geographical smorgasbord? Whoa, listen to this. Long Island is bounded by the Atlantic Ocean, the New York Bay, the East River, the Long Island Sound, and it's connected to New York City by the world-famous Brooklyn Bridge. Wow, Eddie!
Hey, that's President Theodore Roosevelt.
Exact attack, Zack, but you can call him Teddy.
Like Teddy Bear?
Bully, bullseye, yes. Even though Roosevelt hunted big game animals, he was also big on conservation. And once, on a hunt in Mississippi, Teddy didn't bag a single bear. But then he had a chance.
I draw the line. If I shot that little fella, I couldn't look my own boys in the face again.
Since then, stuffed bears have been called teddy bears. Next stop, Sagamore Hill.
Carmen, let's go!
I hate to see you work so hard, detectives. You know, you really should be enjoying your childhood more.
We'll be enjoying ourselves just fine when we put you behind bars. Zack! Can you name the only United States president who didn't live in the White House? The first president of the United States, George Washington, never lived in the White House because it wasn't built until after his term in office.
Ivy!
Hang on, Zack! Are you okay?
I'm okay, but my tongue is stuck.
What?
My tongue is stuck on the gutter.
What are you? Ew! Your tongue is stuck on the frozen gutter. Don't you know how dangerous that is?
Ivy!
Huh? Oh, no, you don't! You okay?
You know, Fifth, you sure aren't gonna find this kind of action at a desk job in Hong Kong.
No, and I'm sure gonna miss your creative ways of handling a chase, little bro.
Lions and tigers and bears, what's next?
Why do you think Carmen's focusing so much on the Wizard of Oz anyway?
Player, info scan the Wizard of Oz a sec.
Back in the 1800s, when writer L. Frank Baum was 10 years old, not the whole century, just 1 year, he was fascinated by the fairy tales of the Brothers Grimm. But he was also a bit turned off by them, saying that he would have cut out all the horrible and blood-curdling parts. And when he decided to write modern-day fairy tales, that meant out with the usual genies, dragons, and dwarfs, oh my. And in with what were then modern characters like Kansas farm girls, scarecrows, and mechanical woodsmen, oh my. I hate to butt in, but you never seem to mind when I do. Stretch could help here. Oh, Stretch! Clue hunt, boy! He can track Carmen's every move in this room.
Whoa, check it out!
Zack, that's Carmen when she was a little girl. It says Carmen Sandiego on a trip with the Golden Gate Girls' School gives Teddy Roosevelt's teddy bear a hug.
And the bear in the picture is the exact bear she just stole.
What is it, boy?
Let's have a look.
I'm off to see the wizard detectives.
Nice work, Stretch! Player, info scan old movie projectors a sec.
Hey, cool, there's Thomas Edison.
He's the famous inventor who developed one of the first movie projectors.
Wait a second. And wasn't he also nicknamed the Wizard of Menlo Park? That must be what Carmen meant.
Right, because his inventions were created in Menlo Park, New Jersey. That must be where Carmen is headed.
Zack, you're a genius.
Well, I'm no Thomas Edison, but I do have my moments. Player, crank up the C5.
Yes, movie buffs, if you thrill to Jurassic Park, you're gonna love this production of Spills and Chills from Long Island, New York to Menlo Park, New Jersey. Okay, let's get busy. Cause this guy, Thomas Edison, definitely knew how to get busy. He had over 1,000 inventions patented in his lifetime, including a movie projector, the phonograph, that's kind of like an antique CD player, and his brightest of ideas, the modern electric light bulb. Even after he failed 10,000 times in just one experiment, he said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Okay, 10,001. Pack your deodorant, gumshoes. Next stop, home of that hard-working inventor who said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Smelly but true.
Looks like the C5 missed by a mile. We'll have to walk.
Oh, great. A dog that won't walk in snow.
Hey, that's Papa Wheelie. Acme Detectives, we need to borrow your vehicle.
Watch out!
L. Frank Baum, author of many books including the Oz series, was inspired by what famous writers? L. Frank Baum was inspired to write his own fairy tales after being fascinated by those of the Brothers Grimm.
We lost him. Where's Stretch? Stretch! Hey, easy boy.
Serious up, Zack. There's Carmen. She's ours now. There's no way out of this tower. Blast it! Carmen was never here. Just a cardboard decoy.
It's a trap!
That ought to keep them busy for a while.
We've got the perspiration, and I just got an inspiration. We'll send a message the way they did it in Edison's day. Give me your jacket.
Using Morse code for trouble, SOS! Not bad, little bro. Thank goodness you saw our signal.
What signal? This dog dragged me here.
Okay, listen up. While you two were waiting for a light bulb to go off over your heads, Carmen's been busy stealing this painting by Monet. The Poppy Field in the Hollow from the Boston Museum of Fine Arts.
Poppy field.
Ivy, it's another Oz theft. Dorothy was waylaid by a poppy field right before she got to the Emerald City, remember?
So far, everything Carmen has stolen were obstacles Dorothy encountered on her journey home.
Ivy, wait! What if that's it? Player, access the news clipping we saw at Roosevelt's house.
The Golden Gate Girls' School was an orphanage in San Francisco that
Carmen was an orphan?
Yep. The only home she ever knew was this place, until I gave her a home here at Acme.
Zack, if Carmen's following the Oz storyline like all her thefts indicate, she's bound to wind up at her home in the end.
The orphanage. It's the best shot we've got. Player, C5 us to the Golden Gate Girls' School in San Francisco. We're Acme Detectives. Mind if we look around?
No. Help yourselves. There's nothing here. Place is scheduled for demolition first thing in the morning.
Hey, easy, boy.
Good evening, detectives. Welcome to my home. I'd offer you something, but the truth is, I didn't expect you.
What are you doing, Carmen?
I told you. A trip down memory lane.
She's stolen back the lost piece of her childhood, Ivy.
I see why you wanted the original poppy field.
And the teddy bear from your class trip to Sagamore Hill.
But the ruby slippers confused you? Oz was my favorite story, detectives. And those shoes have the power to take me home. At least, to my childhood memories.
Yeah, well, here's another little moment you'll want to file in your memory bank. Your arrest. No, Stretch! Where'd she go?
Time to go home, detectives. There's a real storm a-brewing.
Come on, let's get the stuff she stole.
Now I know how Dorothy felt. Ivy! The boards are all breaking and I can't hold on!
You gotta hold on, Zack! Just to the bridge!
I mean it! I can't hold on!
Zack, on my signal, drop! Go! Whoa!
Well, at least we got the stuff she stole.
But you got away with the orphanage.
You know, maybe it's okay, Ive. They were just gonna tear it down.
Yeah. And it is the only home she ever knew, huh?
Only home? What am I, chopped liver? I gave her a home. Acme was her home. But did she appreciate it? No. And now you're leaving too? Oh, empty nest syndrome.
Me? Where am I going?
For that job in Hong Kong.
What? And leave our new partner without teaching him the ropes? Besides, where in the world would I find a partner quite like you, Zack? Hong Kong will be there for a while. And Mr. Baum was right. There is no place like home.
You got the house, Carmen, but I'll get you next crime.
Perhaps. But that caper is a horse of a different color, player. You may be one of the most successful businessmen in the world, Malcolm Avalon, but that won't keep me from a little acquisition I'm interested in tonight.
El señor Avalon no saldrá más esta noche.
Todo está asegurado. Yo voy a la caseta por unos cafés.
Forget steak tartare, boys. Tonight, it's a Carmen Sandiego special, steak car.
Tranquilos, muchachos, solo es el viento. ¡Rex! ¡Dinamita! ¡Paren! Seguro que es el conejo otra vez. ¡Rex! ¡Dinamita! ¿Dónde están?
Espera, los veo.
That will give me 1 minute until the system detects my override. Timer set. You have 60 seconds.
¡Juan! ¡Los perros han encontrado algo!
The world's finest sculpture collection won't miss one stolen piece. You have 30 seconds.
Es Carmen Sandiego.
¡Rex! ¡Dinamita! ¡A la casa!
You have 15 seconds. It's beautiful. You have 5 seconds. Mother?
¡Rex, no! ¡Los perros! ¡Me estoy ahorcando con esta cuerda! ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! ¡Aquí está! ¡Deténganla!
Could I have just tried to rob my own family?
Moments ago, world-famous thief Carmen Sandiego broke into the home of millionaire industrialist Malcolm Avalon, but mysteriously fled the scene empty-handed.
You're losing it, Carmen.
Thanks to the quick work of private security guards. And reclusive millionaire Avalon had no comment. So I guess we'll never know what Carmen was after. And now, this.
Maybe he'll comment if I actually steal whatever she couldn't.
But how you gonna figure out what she was really after, Lee? I mean, if Carmen Sandiego couldn't steal from this guy, how are you gonna do it?
Blow off figuring out what Carmen went there for. I'll just take everything Avalon's got. Then I'll have whatever it was.
But that's impossible.
Nothing's impossible.
No one can...
Stuff a sock in it, would you? Yeah, the time's definitely right for Carmen to retire and Lee Jordan to step up to the big time. So long, Carmen.
Up and Adam, wake up, Code Red, Ooga, warning. morning, Will Robinson. Get up, come on, wake up.
Chief, what's with the emergency wake-up call?
We're talking a doubleheader last night, Ivy. 2 scenes of the crimes uglier than, well, Zack's summer camp picture here.
Nice.
1. Carmen Sandiego broke into Malcolm Avalon's estate, where she stole nothing, nada, zip, zilch, zero. The big goose egg. 2. Meanwhile, at the same time, another Acme turncoat.
Hey, Lee! We busted him last year.
Well, he broke out last night and was robbing his way through New York City.
We'll split up, Chief. I've got an old score to settle with that loser.
Not so fast, Gumshoes. Carmen is the top priority. Seems after visiting Avalon, she paid an after-hours visit to the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that place is way cool. It has over 28 million books and pamphlets you can...
Survey says time for a recount, bud. And hold on to your card catalog, Dewey Decimal. Carmen stole every book and document filed under the letter A.
What?
And they all mysteriously showed up here in San Francisco on what you might call a bluff overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge.
I just don't get it, Zack. Why would Carmen steal all this research material from the Library of Congress and then just abandon it?
Yeah, think of the overdue book fine she'll have to pay.
Why here? Why bring them to this particular spot near the Golden Gate Bridge?
Abstract art, Academy Awards, Abigail Adams. At least we know whatever she's going after has to begin with the letter A.
Zack! I thought this place looked familiar.
What's up, sis?
Player, infoscan Acme case files for the time we discovered Carmen had been orphaned as a child.
Ivy, this is where Carmen stole her old orphanage the night before it was going to be torn down, remember?
Yeah. Think she stopped here last night because she was taking another trip down memory lane?
Maybe whatever she was looking up also had something to do with her mysterious past.
Player, bring up a clue buster grid and hurry!
We know Carmen tried to steal something from Malcolm Avalon, but she didn't get away with whatever she went after.
Which is very strange to begin with.
Then she stole everything listed in the A card catalog at...
Whoa, hold on! Zack, Avalon begins with an A.
Whoa. You think Carmen stole all the A information for background stuff on millionaire Malcolm Avalon?
Come on! When have we ever known Carmen to leave the scene of a crime without getting what she went after?
Carmen did a little research and she may go back for whatever she missed last night. Player, C5 us to Malcolm Avalon's estate in Argentina.
Get ready to rack up those frequent flyer miles, Cluebirds. You're on your way from San Francisco, California in North America to Buenos Aires, Argentina in South America.
Not pom-poms, Edith.
Argentina's most important agricultural zone is an enormous fertile plain called the Pampas.
But Argentina's not just a lot of wheat and cattle, Chief. Its capital is one of the world's coolest cities, Buenos Aires.
Exactamente, Ivy. And Buenos Aires once sported one of the world's longest city names when it was established back in 1580. Ciudad de la Santísima Trinidad y Puerto de Nuestra Señora de Virgen María de los Buenos Aires. Whoa, the zip code must have been pi.
Who's there? Marguerite! What kind of sick joke is this?
That's a picture of your wife, isn't it, Mr. Avalon?
Who's there? Show yourself! Carmen Sandiego!
Let me explain. Stop.
Where did you steal this?
If you sit down, I'll tell you. I did some investigating last night and learned some sketchy details about your wife and daughter. It must have been hard losing them.
Almost 30 years ago. Marguerite and my beautiful baby girl went with me on a business trip to San Francisco. They stayed behind at the hotel. I got word there was a fire. I raced across town and... No! I lost everything I cared about in the world that night. This locket was a gift to my daughter. Where did you get it?
I've had it for as long as I can remember. The director of the orphanage where I grew up says I was wearing it when a policeman found me wandering the streets in San Francisco. I was 2 years old at the time, and I have no memory of my mother and father, but is it possible I somehow escaped the fire that night and you are my father?
If my daughter had lived, she would have grown up smart and brave, never a thief and coward who runs from the law like you. I don't know where you got this, but you never got it from me.
It's Carmen!
You weren't invited, detectives.
Tree, Ivy!
Uh-oh!
Ivy, hang on! Ivy!
What is the name of an enormous fertile plain in Argentina? The vast fertile plain in Argentina is known as the Pampas, from a Quechua Native American phrase meaning flat surface or plain.
Ivy, hang on! Oh man, if it wasn't for the Wright brothers, we wouldn't be in this mess!
All I gotta say is pretty smooth, Zack.
Just call me Agent 00 Zack. Danger is my second language. I can say all the words that cause others to tremble. Do not enter. Caution. This vehicle makes wide turns. Do not remove this tag under penalty of loss.
So there's no way Carmen could possibly be your daughter.
Carmen Sandiego is a thief. It would take a lot more than this locket to prove she escaped from the fire that night almost 30 years ago.
Does Carmen really believe Avalon is her dad?
If she does, she must be taking it really hard being disowned by him like this.
Well, don't break out the hanky just yet, Ivy. After Carmen eluded you and the Boy Wonder, she dropped this clue in downtown Buenos Aires.
Hey, look!
Oh, I can't wait. Open it up. Open.
Zack and Ivy, be prepared. My next theft, a mother doubled.
What's she mean, a mother doubled?
A mother with two offspring?
Or two mothers?
Clear! Info scan famous mothers!
Okay, you got your world-famous Mother Goose, a collection of popular tales that first appeared in print way back in 1697.
Oh, get off my back, huh?
And a mother who had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
Chief, we're looking for some kind of mother Carmen could steal.
Well, why didn't you say so? That's a goose of a different color. How about California's Mother Lode, a gold mining region in the Sierra Nevada foothills? Or Whistler's Mother, the popular name for this painting by American artist James Abbott McNeill Whistler. And yep, that's actually his own mom.
Wait. Carmen's clues sometimes point to a geographical location.
Yeah, like New York City is known as the Big Apple, and the Mississippi River is sometimes called Old Man River.
Are there any places known as the mother of this or that?
The largest river in Europe is
the Volga River in Russia,
which the Russians sometimes refer to as the Mother of Russia.
Ivy, last time we were in Volgograd, Russia, we saw that World War II memorial.
With Europe's tallest statue called Motherland.
A 270-foot-high statue of Motherland located near a river that's considered the mother of Russia.
I say we might have just found our mother doubled, little bro.
Clear! C5 us to Volgograd, Russia!
Okay, globe hoppers, strap on your water wings and aim your compasses northeast. You're headed from San Francisco across the Atlantic Ocean to the biggest country in the world, Russia. Heat up the samovar and kick back with a good novel because Russia is famous for its long winters.
And famous for some wonderful long novels, too, like War and Peace. It's about these 5 brave families surviving the Napoleonic invasion of Russia, written by my all-time favorite Russian author, Leo Tolstoy.
Thanks, Ivy. That explanation was almost as long as the book. Whoa, Leo, buddy, easy on the ink. We're not paying you by the word. Hey, paraphrase, okay?
Call for backup, sis.
Uh-huh. I thought danger was your second language.
Yeah, but sometimes chicken liver's my middle name. What are we gonna do with a grapple rifle and emergency boat flares?
Just follow my lead. Carmen!
Glad to see you, Ivy.
Now you see me, and now you don't.
Hey, leave it me!
The net, Zack! Fire the net!
Ivy!
We did it, Zack! We captured Carmen Sandiego!
Yeah, we did it, sis! We did it! Yes!
What is the name of this painting by James Abbott McNeill Whistler? This painting is commonly called Whistler's Mother because it's the mother of the painter James Abbott McNeill Whistler.
And so world-famous thief Carmen Sandiego is finally arrested.
Do you have any comment, Carmen?
A comment? I just want my father to know I believe the greatest thing about human beings is their capacity to change. And I hope he agrees.
She does have your willful determination, Marguerite.
¿Qué es lo que quiere?
Lee Jordan and friend to see Mr. Avalon.
Don't trouble yourself. We got the gate.
Knock, knock. It's a party for your adrenaline.
What in the name?
Wow. Nice place you got here, Avalon. Very impressive numbers. Your millions are gonna help me create a criminal dynasty unrivaled in the annals of crime.
Here's to Acme!
A root beer toast to the greatest Acme detectives in the world.
Ah, and Carmen Sandiego being behind bars where she belongs. Incoming Acme hot tip. Wow, nobody deserves this much fun in one lifetime.
What is it, Chief?
Well, it seems you're gonna have to capture Carmen all over again.
What? What are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
She was being processed through a Russian jail when news broke over the TV that Malcolm Avalon had been kidnapped.
Is that the guy Carmen thinks is her father?
She escaped from custody and was last spotted heading north up the Volga River.
She could be anywhere by now, Chief.
Any info on Avalon's kidnappers?
Lee Jordan. What's the connection?
Wanna bet he and Carmen are headed for a confrontation even bigger than they had the last time?
And I got a hunch we should check out their old stomping grounds.
Player, C5 us to these coordinates in Switzerland.
Interesting story, Daddy. And if Carmen is your daughter, then I just hit the mother load.
Game's over, Lee. Let Avalon go.
Wrong, Carmen. The game has just begun.
Don't do anything he says, Carmen!
Attention, Acme agents! You know Carmen cases are always immense, huge, gigundo. But her latest caper is so big, we had to file it under... Ah! It's coming towards us! Last time, Carmen broke into the home of millionaire Malcolm Avalon, where she accidentally discovered an exact duplicate of a picture she'd always thought was her mother. Could she have found her long-lost family? Then, wonder of wonders, she went off and stole all the information cataloged under the letter A in the Library of Congress. But Ivy deduced...
Think she stopped here last night because she was taking another trip down memory lane?
Player, C5 us to Malcolm Avalon's estate in Argentina. Carmen did a little research and she may go back for whatever she missed last night.
If my daughter had lived, she would have grown up smart and brave, never a thief and coward who runs from the law like you. I don't know where you got this, but you never got it from me!
Discouraged dads and delinquent daughters on the next Oprah. So, Zack and Ivy chased Carmen off before she had a chance to reconcile and almost lost their own lives in the bargain. However, their doggone dog-it clue dogging paid off in a big doggone way when they finally captured Carmen during one of her all-time biggest heists, attempting to steal the mother of all statues, the motherland statue in Volgograd, Russia.
We did it, sis!
But just when you thought it was safe to take a Mother's Day off, along came ex-Acme hotshot gone bad, Lee Jordan, who kidnapped Carmen's father. Woo, stay with me now. This case has got more twists than a 60s dance contest. When Carmen fled custody, the stage was set for a major showdown in Switzerland.
You are gonna use your great thieving skills to steal me anything I want in the world. Or you'll never see Daddy again.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Here's a list of everything I want. Don't disappoint me, Carmen.
If anything happens to Avalon, I'll hunt you down like the animal you've become, Lee.
Well, well, if it isn't an Acme reunion, allow me to supply the liquid refreshments.
Player, access the C5 car.
I was absent the day we did tree jumping at the training academy.
Incoming!
All right.
There she is!
At this rate, we won't catch her unless she runs out of gas.
Which we might just be able to arrange, little bro.
Whoa, whoa, sis. If you think I'm cable climbing up to siphon her tank, you're nuts.
No need, Zakarewski. There's an automatic siphon called gravity.
What? Desperate times call for desperate measures, eh, detectives?
Yeah, we got her now!
Carmen!
Ivy, look!
It was a smart move, but not smart enough, detectives. Concentrate on the clue and we'll meet again soon.
Zack! Carmen left a clue!
Well, since she broke out of jail right after Lee kidnapped her father, my guess is Carmen's challenging us to stop him, not go after her this time.
I don't know if we'll be stopping anybody. This clue makes no sense at all. Okay, let's go over the clue again.
Ivy, we've been over this thing more times than the winner of a leapfrog contest.
Don't go looking inside your country. Its name is something not allowed.
Clear. Info scan, what, things that aren't allowed?
Okay, you're busted. Put your customs in the air, everybody. This is the International Behavior Police. Everybody has different behaviors, depending upon where they live in the world. In many places, you're not allowed to burp at the dinner table.
Chief, move on. I doubt Carmen could steal a burp, or would want to.
Ivy, what about this part? Don't go looking inside your country. Info scan things that specifically are not allowed in our country.
Okay, now cows, those things that go moo, used to be allowed on city streets here in America before modern traffic came along. But in India, where cows are revered as sacred, they are still a common sight on city streets today.
In the US and Europe, people shake hands when they meet. In much of Asia, bowing is the preferred greeting. Face it, Ivy. As cool as they are, it could take days to go through all the cultural differences around the world.
Kakyava!
Hey, Tatiana, what's up?
I've been on a case tracking Carmen's associate Honolulu from the Florida Keys up the eastern seaboard of the U.S.
You think it's got something to do with Carmen and Lee Jordan?
Well, suddenly Hana hooked up with another group of henchmen here in Washington, D.C., and more keep arriving every few minutes. I think something big is up.
In Washington, D.C.? But Carmen's clue said don't go looking inside your country.
Maybe it was to throw us off track, little bro.
Hold on tight, Tatiana. We're on our way.
Players, C5 us to Tatiana's coordinates in Washington, D.C.
Log in the C5, Globetrotters. You're zapping from the shores of San Francisco Bay to the shore of the Potomac River in America's capital, Washington, D.C., where the D.C. stands for District of Columbia, not direct current. I like it! Get Top Gun shoes, cause it's easy to get distracted with all there is to see in the city named for its founder, our first U.S. President, General George Washington.
Hey, Chiefski, you gonna pass around quarters so we can all play video games?
Nope, Ski, but you can thank George Washington for helping to establish the first U.S. Mint, where some of your video game quarters are actually made today.
Hey, Chief, didn't I read once that George even donated some of his wife Martha's silver to open the mint?
Yep. They melted down her prize tea service for some of America's first coins, or so the story goes. Wow, incoming coins!
Ivy, I've now spotted at least 20 of Carmen's henchmen in the area.
Any sign of the lady in red herself?
She arrived, and they all split up in different directions.
Hop in. We're about to get an American Eagle Eye view from the top of the Washington Monument.
Ivy, couldn't we just take the stairs instead?
Not when the windows are 555 feet up, little bro.
Oh, man!
Spot anything, Tatiana?
One group of henchmen moving south. Another group passing on Pennsylvania Avenue. More on the Potomac River.
What could Carmen be after that would take this much muscle?
Oh, please don't let it be the Washington Monument while we're on it!
Whoa! There! It's Carmen!
Hang on, I'm locked in on him!
The Smithsonian Institution!
She's hit this place before.
With all these museum buildings to pick from, she could be anywhere.
She could be anywhere, but my guess is she's there.
Man, this place is crawling with henchmen. You've been unplugged, Carmen.
You! What are you doing here? The clue I gave you wasn't for this crime.
We know. Now, Ivy! Ivy! Hang on! Ivy! In America, we greet other people by shaking hands. What's a common greeting in Japan? A common greeting in Japan is to bow. Ivy! Player, the C5 car! Hang on, Ivy. I'm coming.
Carmen, I got trouble!
It was nothing.
Uh-oh, hang on!
No! Busted, big guy! Now that's teamwork.
Over the last 72 hours, Carmen Sandiego and her vile henchmen have perpetrated a series of thefts unparalleled in the annals of crime. After getting away with the Hope Diamond in Washington, D.C., she proceeded to London, England, and stole the British crown jewels from the Tower of London. Then it was on to Tokyo, Japan, to abscond with a priceless samurai sword. Next stop, Los Angeles, California, where she stole the most valuable baseball card in the world. Then in Paris, France, Carmen fled with Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting, the Mona Lisa. These, along with a dozen simultaneous heists carried out by her henchmen, have world officials estimating Carmen's thefts to be totaling close to $700 million in losses. What will she go after next? And who can stop this one-woman crime wave?
Stop her? The Lee Jordan Home Shopping Channel has just begun.
Yeah, but when are we gonna hit the streets, Lee? I mean, you got Carmen stealing all the good stuff. I'm bored.
All in good time, Cruiser. We're about to break the $1 billion mark in items Carmen has stolen for me. That money will allow us to outfit a team of super crooks no law enforcement agency in the world can stop. Then you can say goodbye to your daughter, Avalon. If indeed she really is your daughter. Once and for all.
Come on, little bro. Every Acme agent around the world is working overtime on this disaster. We gotta stop Carmen.
Ivy! Carmen and some of her henchmen were spotted near Shanghai, China yesterday afternoon.
China? Huh. Wonder if there's anything about that clue she gave us that has to do with China.
It must mean something. We just have to figure out what.
Don't go looking inside your country. Its name is something not allowed.
Why is side underlined?
Huh. Maybe she doesn't mean don't go looking inside your country, but don't go looking in your countryside.
Well, if you don't go looking in the countryside...
You'd go looking in a city.
That narrows it down some, I guess.
Okay, now a city where something is not allowed. But we've been over and over this a dozen times already.
Ivy, what's another way to say something is not allowed?
It's against the law?
Or it's forbidden.
Exactly. As in Beijing's famous Forbidden City.
Lee, that could be it!
Alert Acme worldwide! We'll need all the backup we can get.
Turn in your dollars for yuan, crime bucks. You're on your way from San Francisco, California, to the capital city of China, Peking.
Hold on, Chief. We need to go to Beijing, not Peking.
Hey, you say Peking, I say Beijing. Beijing, Peking, they're one and the same. Peking to foreigners, Beijing to the Chinese. Whatever you call it, Gilligan. Strap on your best hiking shoes, because at 100 acres, nearby Tiananmen Square is the largest public square in the world. Big enough to fit more than 75 NFL football fields.
And the Chinese aren't even that big on football.
Although, I have it on good authority, don't ask me who, basketball is becoming a favorite sport among kids in China.
Zack, the Forbidden City.
Yapola. This little hideaway was once the home of the imperial families and considered to be the very center, or navel of the world. I wonder if that's where lint comes from.
Chief. Well, since it's now a museum, it's a perfect target for Carmen Sandiego.
So, you finished my list, Carmen. Bravo.
Now release my father.
Nope, not just yet. I still have one more job for you. Something you should find challenging. Destroy Zack, Ivy, and the entire Acme Detective Agency once and for all.
Zack? Never.
Then you'll never see your father.
Carmen!
We gotta get Avalon!
Stop them!
What's the name of the large public square in China that's big enough to hold over 75 football fields? Peking, China's Tiananmen Square is the largest public square in the world and is big enough to hold over 75 football fields.
We gotta get Avalon!
Stop them!
Now would be a good time for that Acme backup!
You know how I despise weapons, Lee? Afraid you can't defeat me with your wits?
I'll win any way I can!
How you doing? See ya! Wouldn't want to be ya!
Bashlir, rock and roll!
Find Lee Jordan!
Zack! Ivy! Swing towards me!
She's crazy!
We've got to get him to the roof!
Hang on to him, Zack!
I'm trying, sis!
Go! Go!
Heads up, Carmen! Say hello to the new king of crime! Where in the world is Lee Jordan? Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? I do.
Daddy!
Get Carmen!
She's outside! Get her!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Who are you?
There she is!
Get us an ambulance on the double!
Steer Act 3, Lee. There is no joy in Mudville. You have struck out. Take a seat.
And so, Chief, we returned all the items Carmen stole for Lee.
Was Avalon her father? That's still the unanswered mystery in this whole thing.
Well, the doctor says he'll be fine. But the amnesia he suffered from the fall wiped out selected parts of his memory.
Like everything that happened on this case, huh?
Well, I doubt Carmen will ever try to get close enough to him again to find out what he really does remember about her. If he really is her father after all.
So I guess you'll never know for sure if Avalon's your father or not, huh, Carmen?
Don't be too sure, player. I have my ways.
Go way back to your childhood. Try to remember who gave you this locket. Was it your father? Your mother?
No one is giving me the locket. I'm finding it on the ground.
So, Avalon isn't your father then?
But wait, if I'm picking it up because I dropped it running from the fire, Avalon could still be my father. But maybe there are just some things we're not meant to know for sure.
Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego, where on earth can she be? Tell me where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego, where on earth can she be? Where on earth can she be? Lady Teresa, Timbuktu, can you help us find it? Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego, where on earth can she be? Where on earth can she be?
How you doing, boys? Out for a little spin?
Carmen Sandiego, you look at Boogie Lotota! You look at Boogie Lotota! You heard the man, Carmen. You are prohibited from entering Chinese airspace, so just do yourself a favor and set her down.
Sorry, you forgot to say please.
She's going too darn fast! Come on, get it! Pull out! Pull out! Carmen, pull out! Pull out!
Wow, Carmen, that has to be your cleverest trick ever. Carmen? Carmen? Carmen?
Chief, an Acme agent in Nepal said Carmen was spotted in Kathmandu.
We've been signaling you for Chief.
Oh, what's wrong with him, Ive?
Turn off that obnoxious video game for starters.
What? U.S. Air Force reconnaissance film.
Carmen, pull out! Pull out!
Is that...
Carmen. She never had a chance. She's, gone forever.
Not Carmen. Chief, come on. No way she could be...
no.
No more news. The search was canceled. She was buried under 1,000,000 tons of snow. I'm gonna go. If you need any info, access pre-recorded files. I can't process any more right now.
He's in bad shape, sis.
Before Carmen went bad, she was the chief's top detective. And when you lose someone you cared for like that, grieving is natural.
It's so final. I better close her file.
Bye, Carmen. What? What's going on?
Oh, get a load of this, Ive!
Hello, detectives. If you're closing my file, I guess something unforeseen must have happened to me.
She somehow bugged the cancel code, so if we ever closed her file, it would activate a hidden message.
What will you do, detectives, now that I'm gone? I guess that means you were the best after all. Or does it? Even though I won't be there to pull it off myself, I do have one last big crime to remember me by. The clock is ticking.
Three clues to Carmen's final caper.
What will we do now?
How can that be?
It's Carmen's attorney, Lee What's-His-Name.
Good day. I'm legalese, and the law can be tricky, so listen carefully. In the event of the eventuality which is eventuated, I have been instructed to state the following. Be it known that under the standard criminal empire succession agreement with respect to paragraphs 1 through 85B as expressly set forth therein, the party of the first part, namely Carmen Sandiego, owner and proprietor of V.I.L.E, hereby causes a contest to be initiated amongst the party of the second part, known the outcome of which contest shall determine who shall assume all roles and responsibilities of said estate, by virtue of, to wit, the solution of three clues of which said contest is solely and completely comprised. Thank you for your attention. I've taken the liberty of extracting my retainer from the estate. Have a nice day. If not, consider suing.
What was all that mumbo-jumbo?
He said, if you'd only listened, that Carmen left 3 clues. And whoever solves the most will inherit V.I.L.E.
Crime number 1. I'll leave you footprints near the Leaky Mountain.
A leaky mountain. Player, info scan. What? Maybe volcanoes. They're kind of leaky mountains.
Chief!
What? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to figure out where I went wrong, detectives. With Carmen. I'll get out of your way. You have work to do.
No, Chief, wait!
Don't blame yourself, Chief.
She made the choices that put her in that avalanche on her own.
But it helps to think about the time you did have with her. It'll make you feel better about the good things.
You think so?
Whoa! Carmen's henchman must be scoping out the same clues. V.I.L.E body was just arrested stealing a truckload of volcanic ash from Mount St. Helens.
Carmen's final clues would never be easy enough for a bonehead like V.I.L.E body to crack.
Bonehead. Hey, that's not a bad idea, Zack. What if this leaky mountain isn't a volcano, but a leaky mountain, as in a mountain explored by Louis Leakey?
The famous paleontologist! That's brilliant, Ivy! Player, info scan Dr. Louis Leakey.
The following information was pre-recorded at an earlier time.
Okay, if you're talking Louis Leaky Gumshoes, and I think you are, you have to be talking Old Dubai Gorge, a small valley in East Africa, where this digger who dug the past did some serious digging. Dig, dude.
This concludes the current pre-recorded info.
Wow, the chief definitely recorded that before he started grieving over Carmen. Now, if Carmen's leaky mountain does mean Old Dubai Gorge, what's the part about footprints?
Wait, freeze frame a sec. What if it's not Louis Leakey at all, Ivy? But the Leakey could be his wife, Mary Leakey.
Right. She was a brilliant paleontologist too. And her greatest discovery is an ancient trail of footprints found buried in volcanic ash in Tanzania.
Footprints near the Leaky Mountain. It's gotta be that trail of the oldest known footprints on Earth. Player, C5 us to Tanzania. Ha we're blazing now.
This C5 corridor from San Francisco to the East African country of Tanzania has been pre-recorded for your traveling pleasure.
Archaeology?
Almost 4 million years old. This is incredible. This is unbelievable. This is very old.
Excuse me. What you doing, Archie?
Go away. Huh?
You're busted, Archie.
Dig this, gumshoes.
Hey, Archie! Where are you going?
Huh?
Not the preferred method of capturing a crook.
Hey, Ivy. Is that what I think that is?
Don't move a muscle, Zack. Can you name the paleontologist who unearthed the oldest human footprint on Earth? Mary Leakey unearthed the 4 million year old human footprint. Stay calm. He's probably just protecting his territory. Don't move a muscle.
Just get me out of here. I've always hated fieldwork.
Don't worry, Archie. Have we got a nice, safe cage for you? Go ahead, Amity.
Zack, Ivy, we just broke Carmen's second clue.
We're on our way, Amity. Record coordinates.
Get to Milan, Italy. The target is Leonardo da Vinci's painting of the Last Supper.
Player, do the C5 thing.
This pre-recorded tunnel is bound from Olduvai Gorge, Tanzania, to Milan, Italy.
Milan is a bustling city and the main industrial region of Italy. It's also the home of the Milan Cathedral, one of the most spectacular churches in the world. It ought to be. It took him 500 years to build. Boy, you want to talk about overtime? You'll find Leonardo's Last Supper in a much more humble church, the Santa Maria delle Grazie. I can say that all day. Santa Maria delle Grazie. Never mind. Okay, for 20 pounds of pasta and the championship, who's the greater artist? Leonardo da Vinci, who painted the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper? Or Michelangelo, famous for the statue of David and the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel?
It's me. No, it's not. It's me. No, definitely me. No, come on. It's me. Look at
They were arguing about it back then, and people still argue about it today. Art lover kisses canvas. Oil paintings at 11.
Lars, the painting's on the wall.
Right. So what do you need? Bolt cutters, screwdrivers?
No, it's on the wall.
Of course it's on the wall. This is a museum.
No, it's a fresco.
It's a museum.
No, the painting's a fresco.
No! The painting's a Da Vinci, you witless insect. So how are we gonna take it?
We're not! It's a fresco, and that means it's painted on the wall. I told you it was on the wall.
Yeah, but who knew it was on the wall?
Sounds like badly in need of a nose job, Mo Skeeter.
And Lars Vegas, the biggest sleazebag on the circuit.
Then, speaking of bags, I say we bag them.
No, what's happening? Got the grappling hooks?
Good idea.
Think quick, Ivy!
What is a fresco? Don't try this at home, kids, but a fresco is a style of art where the picture is painted directly onto a wall.
Look what you did, Mo!
Get us out of here!
Well, Carmen, they're not.
Guys, I have something I need to tell you.
How you doing, Chief?
Well, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. You two. And I couldn't bear it if anything were to happen to you.
Nothing's gonna happen to us, Chief.
And nothing's gonna happen to this case if we don't figure out the next clue.
Okay. Just be careful out there. You're all I've got. Oh, I'm through. Do the clue. Whoop-de-doo. Toodaloo.
I think he's making progress, Ive. He seems to be putting Carmen's demise behind him.
Yeah, and he's getting back on his feet, back to business.
I don't have feet, but I appreciate the thought.
I definitely think he's turning the corner.
Okay. Quite a feat to turn the tide. What does this clue mean?
Well, the tide is caused by the pull of the moon's gravity. But what would you steal?
Ivy, you know how Carmen loves to play with words? What if the feet really means feet?
And whose famous feet were once on the moon?
I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Zack, Ivy.
Hey, it's Michelle. What's up?
I'm down here at NASA, and there's been some strange activity spotted on the lunar surface. Whoever this nutcase is has some kind of souped-up rocket and...
Ivy, I'll bet you anything it's Cerebellum. She cracked this clue ahead of us and is after Neil Armstrong's footprints.
Player, C5 us to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
And this controls thrust vectors, kind of like a live-action video game.
But we don't even know if the C5 corridor can send us to the moon. And even if it can, you know it's not accurate enough. We could wind up on Vulcan.
Did some tabulating, Gumshoes, and it's not good. Even if I drain the hard drive, compress the data stream, fire up the hyper-interdinal laser transometer, and establish a sub-ether connection with a laser reflector, there's still only a small window of opportunity.
How small, Chief?
Well, you have exactly 60 seconds on the lunar surface, and if I miss bringing you back by 1 millisecond...
Millisecond? That's it! We're not going...
C5 launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Stop! No!
5,
Wait, you're right.
4,
I can't sanction
3,
this.
2,
Abort mission!
1,
Mission!
0.
Wait, hold everything!
Launch!
Zack, Ivy, we gotta rethink this! You're on your way 239,000 miles to the lifeless, airless, waterless moon! Oh no! What have I let them do?
Well, okay, she's not here. Let's go home.
There she is, Zack.
I sure hope the Chief is paying attention, Ivy. We've got less than a minute before he needs to energize the C5 and get us out of... What? Whoa!
Well. You're a long way from home, Zachary.
I go where the crime is, Sarah. Maybe you didn't know that about me.
No matter. I've already got the memorial plate.
But you don't have that footprint, do you, Sarah? And that's what you need.
I have it now. T-minus 22.
No, Zack! We have to have her in custody when the C5 kicks in.
T-minus 15.
Oh, no!
Chief, come in! Ivy, he's not listening!
10.
He'll come
9,
through for us! He's got to!
8. 7.
Chief! We need you!
5.
Hey, stop right there! Cerebellum, you're busted! I'll never let another crook get away like Carmen did!
That's your normal self.
Yep. Now let's go home.
Woohoo! That was great!
Chief, did you see us zipping around with those jetpacks? We were on the moon!
I am looking at two of the finest detectives I know. And two of the best friends I have.
Aw, it's good to have you back with us, Chief.
Wow! You know, losing Carmen really hurts, but it's going to be okay.
There's one last thing we should do, Chief. I think it'll help us all finally get over our loss.
Goodbye, Carmen. I hope you found some peace. Huh? Look, Zack. What's this? Look up. Carmen!
I'm truly touched detectives. Nice to know my successors really care.
Successors?
You beat out all my henchmen, so you get to take my place if the occasion should ever really arise.
What do you know, Carmen? It was all just a clever trick to find out who could take your place someday.
Oh, there you are, Carmen. That's right, the old foolish chief crying like a baby over somebody playing a great big trick on him. Well, I don't think it was clever.
Well, the added bonus for me was finding out that you really still care about me, Chief.
Oh, yeah? Well, but that doesn't mean that I won't see you behind bars as soon as possible, Carmen.
Until next crime, Chief. I just love it when you get so emotionally involved.
Zack, Ivy, we're back on the job! Do not let her get away!
Warning, warning, Will Robinson, do you hear me?
Auga! Auga! I want her cars! No parking in the white zone!
Oh, hop, boy, oh!